Yes, for this Thursday afternoon. Now, you might have noticed some changes in Rathmullen if you're there recently, because there's a community art project which is very eye-catching, and it was led by volunteer artist Emma Grace, who's from Kilmacrennan, helped by another volunteer, Cassie Lyons from Buncrana, and others helped as well. We'll find out in just a second. But the project was made using recycled wood and paints and bottle tops and other materials as well, and it's a good help also from Murphy Construction. But Emma is here anyhow in the studio to tell us a wee bit more about this. Emma, thanks for coming in first of all.
Thank you, John, for having me.
Tell us how it came about first of all.
So I was actually approached by the Donegal Volunteer Centre and looking for some help in Rathmullen with the Tidy Towns group in facilitating this art project, which was focusing on one-use plastics and biodiversity.
Right.
So I came in, I met with Hazel and then a few other people within the community as well, and we came together and it started kicked off straight away.
Okay.
We did some small boards that were put up first at the end of July with the national school there. They had a summer program running, so we had some nice volunteers from there that came in, and then we had another group came in at the beginning of August, end of July, for this much larger mural on the other side of the cohort there.
Right.
And they've been ranging between 9 and 13 years old and helping us, but we've also had some young adults and older adults helping from the community and surrounding areas too.
So in a way you started off small and then went big.
Exactly, yes, and it's just been growing since then. We've spent quite a few weeks sorting bottle caps that the community came or had gathered together, and so we'll be hopefully applying those over the weekend.
Why are bottle caps such a thing?
Because it takes so long to basically degrade. And so we want to just focus on highlighting the fact that they're landing in our landfills and they take, I think it's about 20 or 25 years for them to degrade. So why not try to find alternatives or put extra use to them in creative projects? So...
Okay, so the focus of this was about having a cleaner community and about keeping the place not just tidy, but it's about making sure that rubbish and refuse doesn't end up in
our
the
oceans. As well as our lands, because it's affecting both land life as well as ocean life, but specifically in Rathmullen, ocean life, because we have the beautiful sea there and we want to keep it as beautiful as possible.
And a lot of help from Murphy Construction, because you were able to use that. They had an existing hoarding there, and then you were able to use that to good effect.
Yeah, it's been fantastic, the support by them. So at first I thought it was just the one wall, but they've kindly allowed us to use as much as we want of their walls. So it's been brightening up the place, lovely.
So you helped to do a bit of organising and add some structure to it, but you had a lot of small hands helping you as well.
We did, yes, quite a few. I think we've had about 10 to 15 in total of kids ranging from 9 to 13 years old. So
and it's great then because they're obviously getting the message along the way with all the work that you're doing, but also then just being able to see the finished product, and it's up there every time that they're passing. It's there, and they're going, I played a part in that.
The passion and enthusiasm from them has just been fantastic, and having their family members come over and showing them what they've been painting and their involvement, it's priceless, and they'll have that to hold on to forever. So being a part of this, the project will be up for roughly 2 to 2.5 years, but possibly longer depending on construction. So
so for anyone that's in Rathmullen in the coming months or years, check it out. Well, you can't really miss them, but worth checking out. Something else that's worth checking out in Rathmullen are all the streets and the streetscapes and the properties, because sometimes you could drive through Rathmullen and not fully appreciate what's around you. There's actually a very good booklet now, if you're interested in getting your hands on this, and it's an award-winning booklet, and again the Tidy Towns Committee very much behind this. It's called Look Again. an apt title, Heritage at the Doorstep. Hazel Russell, no stranger to us here at Highland, financial controller for many's a long year, and was keeping us all right for the longest time. But Hazel, very active in the community in Rathmullen. Well, I'd say the greater Rathmullen area, but anyhow, active behind the scenes with us as well. It's turned out great, Hazel.
It's fabulous, isn't it? We're very, very proud of it, John. Yeah, and it sort of snowballed for us too. It's a bit like the art, because Rathmullen has beautiful buildings all around the town, but people forget about them. They're used to them. They drive through them.
Kind of take them for granted.
Exactly. And Tidy Towns is not just about litter and litter picking, and it's about pride of place and where you're from and looking after it. And it ties in very well with the art, because we just take such pride in what we've got, trying to keep it and preserve it. And part of this booklet is to try and bring it out there and make it more aware of what we've actually got on our doorstep and take care of it.
Well, you know what? It's only when you flick through the booklet that you realise just the
that's
wealth
only
of
a
heritage.
synopsis of what really is in it. Yeah,
not everything is in here,
but
it gives you an idea of the wealth of great heritage that there is in Rathmullen. And okay, there's what you might describe as ordinary buildings that you'd pass by, but there's a history to them.
Absolutely,
and it's outlined in here. But then well-known places as well, a bit like I'm thinking about the Abbey graveyard, and I'm just flicking through, and there's one here, there's a page dedicated to the water hydrant, the old pump, the green pump, and people would pass that every day of the week and think nothing of it.
Don't even see it. They're just so used to having it there. There's another one there of the sewer cover, which was a commemoration for let's see if I can find it now, which is pretty close to the water pump. It's on the road. People wouldn't even realise it's there unless you look down.
And then when you realise what the history is.
The Flight of the Earls, it's commemorating the Flight of the Earls, and it's on the
Again,
sewer
you walk
cover.
over it every day of the week and
drive over it and you don't see it.
And there's like the old Coast Guard station, for instance. And the sheds, even the sheds attached to that, history and heritage. The old rectory, the boathouse down at the pier, obviously.
Yeah, it's beautiful at the minute. Yeah. But I must say,
Rathmullen House. There's just so much.
Yeah, we were encouraged to do this through a Burren Bio project, which we heard about last October, November, and we had mooted doing this last year, but then with COVID, sort of fell by the wayside. We had the photographs taken. And then when we did the Burren Bio project, which was 5 2-hour sessions online all through the winter, they encouraged us then, and taught us how to go out and look at things and learn about diversity, what was in our past, what have we got in our landscape, what can we do, and take action to try and preserve it and everything. So we've been working on that all through since last December. And then we compiled the booklet. We got funding from them towards this. We compiled the booklet, and they adjudicated everything that was done, because they did it with 5 different communities throughout Ireland, and we were awarded a heritage booklet. We were absolutely delighted to win an award, because it was one of innovative and was just got so much in it,
Deservedly so, and it's really striking, but it's really informative. That's the important thing, I suppose. And most of the buildings, most of the town dates back to when?
Oh, now you've put me 1900s, 1800s.
I think the 19th century. So various parts of that century, and some before, and some since, but all outlined there with it, or many of them, I should say, because
many
you
of them,
couldn't
because
include
there's lots more that we could have included. But so it's something that you could keep on your coffee table, pick it up, look at it, read it. Tourists are very fond of it, and people coming in to do the walking tours and just walk around town and see it on the map where they are.
Absolutely. It would be for locals, for people who live in the town, just you get a better appreciation of it. But also for visitors, because you could easily spend half a day walking around the town with the booklet and go,
there's a map in it as well to show you where they all are within the town, so you can pursue it as you go.
Where's it available?
It's in the post office at the moment, and it was in Artsea as well, but they've just closed now for the winter. The craft shop down at the pier.
Down the pier, yeah.
Okay.
And Emma, just come back to you. Any other plans?
So this weekend, I'm actually the coordinator here in Letterkenny for Team Hope Shoebox Appeal.
Oh.
So we're launching this weekend our Shoebox Appeal. So if anyone's available between 11 and 12, please drop into the Donegal Volunteer Centre and hear more about this opportunity.
And that's located where?
That's located here on Mountaintop by Brewlab. And
Just down the road, yeah.
Just down the road. And the area code is F92X5EF. So I hope to see you on Saturday.
Donegal Volunteer Centre, down there beside Irish Wheelchair Association.
Yeah.
Okay, and remind us again just about the shoebox appeal. What's involved? What's on every year?
Yeah, so this is on every year. We get items donated and fill up a shoebox that are donated to kids who may not necessarily receive a Christmas gift. So we're looking for people to help with gift fillers, wrapping boxes, collecting boxes from schools. Also, we'll be loading up lorries, so people who might not want to do the wrapping side but want to help with heavy lifting. We'll be looking for volunteers for that as well. But the boxes is to bring a bit of joy to people who may not necessarily have the opportunity at the Christmas times.
Okay. So that's Saturday?
Yeah, this Saturday at 11 o'clock at the Donegal Volunteer Centre here in Letterkenny.
Okay, any help greatly appreciated.
Yes.
There's a lot of good things happening in the community, and I'm surprised they're going back, but a lot of good things happening in Rathmullen in the community. What is the title? Rathmullen, the way forward?
Yes.
And when I started getting the emails, that's years ago now, and I said, there's a community on the move. There's a community that's organised.
We are actually, and we have a great community spirit in Rathmullen. You know, we have a lot of associations and different facets, but we're coming together more now and working for the future and trying to get a plan going for the better for the town, because we rely on tourism. We've nothing much else happening. Yeah. So we really have to all keep working together and putting ourselves out there, you know.
Well, the booklet is a good example of what can be achieved. It's called Look Again, Heritage at the Doorstep. Seek it out, available at the post office at the moment in Rathmullen, hopefully elsewhere beyond that. Emma and Hazel, thank you both.
Thank you, John.
Thank you, John.